This is Ukali White with another episode of Go Represent. As always, I'm excited about inspiring people to represent Christ in the culture. My family and I, we just did a study on the book of Joshua. I'd love to talk about the entire book, but I can't. I want to focus on Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. In verse 15, Joshua is telling Israel it's time to make a choice. Choose who you're going to serve. Make a decision who you're going to serve. Whether you're going to serve the gods of this world, the gods of money, sex, pleasure, things, or the true and living God, the one who brought you out of slavery, the one who freed you from bondage and brought you into the land that he promised you. Well, that's what I want to talk about in this episode. It is time for us to make a decision. It's time for us to make a choice. Yeah, we need to serve God, our creator, the one who provides, the one who protects, the one who gives us our peace of mind. We need to we need to choose to serve him. We need to make a decision that we're going to serve him with the very best of who we are. We're going to be like Joshua, who was given the task of leading Israel into the land that God promised them. But man, he faced all kinds of challenges, all kinds of obstacles. He was dealing with people that were grumbling and complaining. He was just dealing with all types of things. So he needed to really commit everything that he had to God in order to get it done, in order to overcome those challenges, in order to overcome those obstacles, in order to overcome everything that he would face on the road to doing what God had given him to do. But that is exactly what we need to do. Time out for giving God mediocre service, average service. Time out for giving God just leftovers. God gives us our time. He gives us our resources and he gives us our talents. How are we using those? How are we using our life? Are we giving God a little bit? Are we giving God what's left? Or are we like Joshua, who committed everything he had to making sure he was the leader that God needed him to be, and that he was able to lead Israel into the land that God promised them? We need to be that way. It's a decision. We've got to make a decision. You know, I've made a decision in my own life. I'm so tired of mediocrity. I'm so tired of being average. I'm so tired of just being okay with okay. That's not good enough for me anymore. From this point forward, I'm going to do great things for God. I'm going to have a great impact on people. But it doesn't happen by itself. It's not going to happen just all of a sudden. I had to make a decision. I looked over my life. I looked at my past. I looked at the things that I was supposed to do and I didn't. The things that, I was supposed to accomplish and I did not. That is the past. That's done. I'm making a decision today that I'm going to use 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds. That's what we have in a day. Every second, every minute, every hour. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use that to do what God has created me to do, to be who God has created me to be. I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. I'm hoping that this video is inspiring you to make that same decision. That we're not going to just give God Sundays anymore. That's a wrap. That's done. Sundays, that's great and everything. We get a chance to serve God a little bit on a Sunday and, interact with some people and impact them. But no, there are 6 more days in a week. And Joshua, I'm sure, had the same perspective. He had 7 days to get Israel ready to get into that land. Well, we have 7 days, not just one. Sunday is good, but what about Monday? How are you using your time on Monday? Are you wasting it? Are you using it on everything else but representing Christ, but making him known? How are you using your resources? Is it going to everything else but the kingdom of God, but making Christ known, but is it going to everything else but that? What about your gifts and your talents? Man, some of you guys are so talented musically. Some of you are so talented athletically. Some of you are so talented. You're public speakers. You have leadership capability. You got books that need to be written, songs that need to be written. I mean, so talented. What are you doing with those talents? Are you using them as a platform to represent Christ, to make him known? Are you using those things to shine bright, shine so bright for Christ that others can't help but glorify God? That's the decision I'm making. See, I'm talking to you, but I'm also reminding myself that this is what I'm called to do. I'm going to use my time. I'm going to use my talents. I'm going to use my resources. I'm going to use them better than I ever have before. Why? Because I'm sick of average. I'm sick of mediocrity. I'm sick of being okay with okay. We serve a great God. We should be great in everything that we do. But it doesn't happen by itself. It takes a decision. What decision are you willing to make? What decision are you willing to do to make better use of your time, to make better use of your resources, to make better use of your gifts, your talents, and your abilities? I know what I'm going to do for the rest of this day. I'm done sleeping on what God has given me. I'm done being, just being average. I'm done with that. from this point forward, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. What God has called me to do, what he has given me to do, the gifts and the talents that he has given me to get it done, it's a wrap. I'm going to make it happen. See, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make my own name known. I'm not trying to, make a name for myself. I want to make a name for Christ. I want to leave a legacy. But to leave a legacy, I got to make a decision to do something different today. I got to do things differently today than I did yesterday. You have to do things differently today than you did yesterday. That's great. That's great that we're doing a little here and there. But how about we devote every single day? How about we devote all that we are? How about we devote all that we have to making Christ known? Our marriages will be better. We'll be better on our jobs. We'll be better in our businesses if we're totally committing ourselves to it. This is a new day. This is a new opportunity. Let's not let this day, let's not let this time, let's not let these opportunities pass us by. Make a decision. Be like Joshua. As for me and my house, this is what Joshua said. As for him and his household, he said they were going to serve the Lord. Well, as for me and my household, we're going to serve the Lord. Hopefully, as for you and your household, you and those you're interacting with, you're going to serve the Lord. Because when you honor God, God is going to bless you. God is going to do great things through you. God is going to enable you, allow you to accomplish all that he's given you to do. I'm excited. Each day brings new excitement. Let's take advantage of this day. Let's take advantage of the opportunities that we have. As I say so often, go represent. Go represent Christ. Go make him known. Connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I definitely look forward to hearing from you. Until the next time, you take care and God bless.